The European Union is scrambling to prevent an escalation of the conflict in the Middle East. The EU has condemned the Iranian drone and missile attacks against Israel and reiterated its commitment to Israel's safety. At the same time, the bloc has called on all parties to practice restraint, as it fears a spillover in the conflict.
First thing that the EU should now do is very clear messaging to make it very clear to all parties, including Israel, including Iran, that nobody, not themselves, not the EU, has any interest in a wider escalation of the war. So there must be no further tit for tat between Iran and Israel, but there should also be an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, and then hopefully we can find the momentum to start rebuilding instead of pulling the region down into a total war.
Following the Iranian attacks against Israel, Josep Borrell has called an emergency meeting of EU foreign affairs ministers. He posted on social media that his primary aim is to de-escalate the conflict and preserve the security of the region. The White House adopted a similar line, calling for restraint in the conflict.
The region is now very fragile, so any sort of further retaliation by Israel might trigger a spiral that leads towards regional interstate war. That would definitely not be in the EU's interest. So just like the US has already done, the EU should call on Israel to consider the fact that it was able to ward off the Iranian air attack, consider that a success, consider it a win, and leave it at that. Anything else can only make the situation worse. It cannot improve things.
The EU has the option to use economic leverage over Israel to force it to stop its military campaign in Gaza. So far, divisions among EU member states have prevented this.